Hey guys, Joseph here with Haunted Hideouts. I wanted to welcome you to my channel today. But first, if you don't mind, if you could please... oh. That is a cat outside of my bedroom window. A whole family of them actually, they're strays I've been feeding, so... how's that for a blooper? Hey guys, this is Joseph at Haunted Hideouts. I wanted to welcome you all to my channel today. But first, before we get started, if you could please subscribe and hit the bell. That will help you keep up to date on all of my future videos to come. So let's go ahead and get started, alright? So currently, up till a few days ago at least, this was my Mel Meter I had right here. Basically I settled for this meter. I really wanted the one with the built-in K2. They are apparently super rare, and I've never been able to find any in like the past 3 years. I literally checked big name stores like, Ghost Stop and Ghost Augustine, and I searched the whole internet for many hours over many different days, and checked all of the like small mom and pop ghost paranormal stores, and a couple of those did have some on their website, but by the time I would message them before purchasing, they always told me that their website was wrong and they don't have any in stock and they are no longer in production. So while the company does make like, I don't know, probably like 10, 15, whatever variants of this meter that have REM pods in them and shadow detection and pretty much any other piece of gear or whatever vibration that you could even think of has been put into these meters at one point in time. Some may have been discontinued and some may still be up for grabs with them. But the one meter that I wanted to look for and I haven't been able to find was the one that had the built-in K2 meter. Now, the whole reason behind this, the reason why I wanted the K2 meter is the, as you can see here, we turn it on. So they're both going, right? They're both lit. You can see that they're both at 0 because they're not experiencing any readings right now. And they do have the temperature on them as well, so that's cool. But that's basically where this one ends. And for like an individual investigator, who has their camera in hand and they're walking around and they're filming, that's fine. It's good. But somebody like me who's on a team, and we not only do private investigations with just our group, but we do public investigations where we might have 10, 20, upwards of 30 people coming with us. And when that happens, most people don't have gear or they have a very limited amount of gear. So when you have a piece of gear, at least in my situation, I'd like the gear to be visible for as many people in the room as possible. And this, while it's phenomenal, just didn't cut it for the purposes that I needed. So why did I get this one, It's the same meter, and it does the same thing as this one right here does. The only difference is on this, on the back side, if I can pop it open. Come on now. There you go. You see that right here? See if I get into focus. That is the switch which turns on the K2 meter that's built into this device. So we'll go ahead and turn it on for you. So you see that it's bright. It's got some wow factor to it. So basically, if I'm in a room, because these things can prop up, So if I'm in a room and I have this propped up, or maybe I have it laying down, or they even have tripod mounts here on the back. So if I have them on one of those devices, more people in the room should be able to see the lights go off if I get any interactions. So the K2 has a little bit more of a wow factor but the Mel Meter itself has the actual factual numbers. You know, you can see it as it goes up and down. You know more precisely what the levels of EMF are. So that's pretty cool. kind of having the best of both worlds there. I really like that. You know, I have pretty much every other device I could possibly think of. I have REM pods. I have things that tell vibrations and everything. So I have all of those in different devices, and some of them are even built into one device. But the thought of a meter having the digital reading as well as the colored LED lights to go off to give my reading, that to me was like, that was a wow factor. And this device right here, for the past 3 years, I've been looking for it. It's become my white whale. And I kid you not, like I would look at eBay multiple times a week, and I struck out everywhere I turned, up until a few days ago when I was able and lucky enough to be able to purchase this device. So it is my white whale, considering this one's black and this is like an off-white, you know. So it's my white whale here, guys, and very pleased with it. This one also has the glow-in-the-dark buttons. I think it's something that they had on their older devices. I don't know why they stopped this, because the new ones on the black, at least all the ones I tend to see, always have the little red dots in them. So they don't glow, but they're still cool. But yeah, so this device is gonna suit my needs, and as long as you guys subscribed and hit the bell, then I am sure you will definitely be seeing this in action in the future, some videos on my channel. Oh, and while I have this here, you know, let me give you a piece of history on this device that I'm sure some of you know, but not everyone is going to know this. This device right here was made by a guy who had lost his daughter, Gary Galka. Galka, am I saying that right? Galka? Anyways, he had lost his daughter, and he was so upset by that loss, he wanted to be able to communicate with her. And there are interviews of him talking about this online that I'm sure you can find on YouTube. His daughter, who was born in 1987, and she passed away in 2004, and her name was Melissa. So hence the Mel Meter for Melissa, 8704, which is her birth year and the year that she had passed, then became the make and serial number of this device right here. So it's not just, you know, some random device that some dude made. It was made for the purpose of communicating with his own daughter. So I think that's why the device is so accurate, and it's so neat, like above and beyond what a lot of other devices that are out there which have been adopted for ghost hunting. This is one of the ones that were actually invented for ghost hunting, or paranormal investigating, as I prefer to call it. But I'll show you a few other little features that are common on all of these devices right here. So as you can see, when you turn it on, the temperature right here and the EMF readings right here. Now, when you have a spike in EMF, the reading is very slow to actually change up here on the digital reading, so long as the temperature feature is still activated and turned on. The processor just takes it a little longer to try to run both of those features. So you can actually, let me see here, this button right here, hold it down and the temperature goes away. Now with the temperature going away, these numbers can climb and decrease very rapidly up and down to give you a more accurate EMF reading in the moment. So very cool feature. Hold it down again, kicks it on, and the button over here, you press that one time while the device is running, and it becomes a flashlight. I'm sure there are instances where you're needing to find something in your bag, you know, and you can kind of like shine the red light, which is kind of easy on the eyes when you're filming at night. The color red. Press it again, it turns off. The device also can record the temperatures. So like if you're walking through a field and maybe you hit a cold spot and the temperature drops or the temperature goes up, then it will store it in there, and then you can retrieve it and you can see or show your fellow teammates and stuff how high the temperature spiked or dropped. Now, I never use that feature, but it's definitely there and available if you tend to or want to use that. But oh yeah, so there is a few variants of these models here. There is a model, looks just like this. It's black, it's a base model. It is not upgradable, so you're just gonna get your EMF and you're just gonna get the temperature reading. And then the step up model from that, which looks the same and it offers nothing really different as far as like the functionality goes, but internally it has room for storage for future upgrades. And that model is this right here, and it's called the Pro Navigator. And that particular model has storage room. You could then, if you decide down the road, maybe get some extra money, you know, and you want to upgrade it to the shadow detection or the REM pod or whatever, and you can send this device back to the company, and they can then upgrade the device for you. So this particular device, I think, you know, I've only used it like maybe twice. It's gonna stay in my paranormal family here because it's gonna go to a fellow investigator on my team. The more equipment my team has, you know, the better. So I'm glad it's staying in-house. It's kind of weird because, you know, when I was trying to find information on this particular K2 model, YouTube didn't offer like basically anything at all for me. I was able to find 2 videos on there. One video was the guy that invented it. He had a test model of it, and the K2 lights were actually down here, and it was just like his first one he made, I guess, to see the functionality, if he liked it or not, and if he was talking about maybe putting it into production. And as you can see, when he put it into production, the lights then moved from here upwards up here. The only other video I could find on this was a one-off meter. It was like this meter, but it had the lights up here, unlike the first video, and it was meant for an investigator for the Ghost Hunters International, the GHI, if I believe, and it had like a little device that plugged into it. And but that was it. I mean, I couldn't find anything else. And that is literally the whole reason why I made this video, is so at least YouTube will have one video of the actual production model of the K2 Mel Meter. So with that, guys, thank you for watching. Again, please like and subscribe and hit the bell, and I will see you all in future videos. Take care. Bye.